Uncle Nippy. He's gonna be part of the family, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this 8-week program and what they get. Like take us week by week, what the parents and the children can expect, and as far as the parents, because I know some parents are like, well, I don't have time. What level of participation is it? Just basically the students will be doing everything. Is the parents going to have to participate? Take us through what these 8 weeks are going to be like.
Well, first thing, okay, so I will advocate. My wife and I always talk about this. It's always better when the parents are at least engaged.
Right.
That's why I said the ones who just say, I have no time, they're better to work for the other program anyway, because that way they say, here's my kid, go make money for us.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that they do. But if parents have time, here's the deal. This thing, the kids will be looking at it, but they can look at it too. Because I have one kid, just case in point before I get into it. He went to Baylor. He got $300-something thousand, which was more than enough to go to Baylor.
Yeah.
But he would come. His mom would drop him off and she would leave. She would drop him off and she would leave. And we do a program every month. He'd come on the second Saturday. But what happened was he only got 300 and something thousand when he should have got 2 to 3 million. Let me tell you why. See, the FAFSA will look at money you save. In one of my programs, and one of the things I'm talking about, I'm trying to tell people, if you got money set aside for a kid and you got other kids, there are things you can do to protect that money.
Right.
The mom wasn't there for that. The kid's just sitting there like,
Right, because he don't care.
no, I don't care. His
Right.
mom was a doctor. She was doctor such and such. And so because she missed that segment, and then I said it more than once. I said it just like people, you go to church, they talk about certain verses more than
Right.
once.
Mhm.
I said it throughout the year. She never knew that. So when the kid was putting in for money, the FAFSA said, oh, wait a minute. You got all this money over here. So they didn't give her the money he would have gotten. There's scholarships he would have gotten had she listened. So when you say about parents, you need to listen and hear some of it. And I'll try to probably do let me not make overpromise too much, so, but
Right.
I want to engage the parents and make sure they know enough to know what their kids should be getting. But here you go. This is subject to change because I'm still in the recording and so forth. I'm doing the work right now. But there's 8 weeks.
Okay.
First week is Financial Aid 101. It's just an introduction, and I'm going to be talking about the secrets to winning scholarships faster. I'm going to be going through some of that stuff I showed last night, April, actually, and making sure the parents and the kids understand the reality of what they're about to face. I want to make sure we cover a lot of mistakes that parents are making so they don't have to duplicate the mistakes so many people have made. And I've got a history of vignettes, stories, little things, reality check stuff I'm going to be showing them. It's going to blow their mind just for that first week of stuff. The FAFSA, we're going to make sure they understand that. Because FAFSA is like calculus. But I want them to understand that and understand the whole financial aid planning.
Okay.
The second week is, by the way, every week we're going to do scholarships.
Okay.
Every week we're going to be teaching them how to find scholarships. So no matter what I'm covering, every week we're going to go through scholarship stuff. There will be videos, there will be PowerPoints, there will be spreadsheets, there will be links that they can go to, free books I'm going to be giving away. And each week throughout the session, books I'm going to be giving them access to so they can use that. So it's way bigger than just me talking for an hour and a half, and it won't just be that. Week 2 is scholarship search. It's no kidding, intense triage on scholarship search.
Okay.
All the different ways. I have about 15 methodologies that I use for scholarship search. I'm going to do a deep dive there. I'm going to give them access to a scholarship book that we have, create the Google sheet that we use for our $5,000 clients so that show you how we put the scholarships in there for them. But you can do that yourselves. And so parents, you can go back and watch what they're doing. We got databases where you can get and have people send you scholarships. We're going to talk about that. We're going to make sure people understand the institutional scholarships and the whole what do I call that the other day? That stool.
The three-legged stool.
Right. You got institutional money, you got functional major money, and then you got general scholarship money. And we explain all of that so you know what you're going for. We talk about just some of the vignettes from my program and things we've done, Google alerts and how you can use that to get scholarships sent to you every day, every week, every month. Week 3 is going to be the 4 S's of scholarship searches, where it's a proprietary thing that I teach for those who are in my program that will blow your mind. We're going to look at internships, co-ops, volunteering, ways to make money with that, using social media to make money, college interviews and how to ace those things. Speaking one-on-one, because some of y'all talk like you text, and it's not going to work when you're trying to get scholarships.
Oh, no.
We're gonna look at all of that and about writing. I got stories about Harry Potter and different things that I have in here about kids who tried to do things without letting their parents be involved. We'll look at that.
Right.
Week 4 is going to be the 5 steps of goal setting, and we're going to talk about that. You've seen that some of that on my website already if you registered. About finding your purpose, selecting a college major. We're going to give you a copy of my book, my audio book for free, and the PDF so you can take notes out of that. We're going to look at things of that nature and using your strengths and casting a wide net. I'm going to tell you some little stories that's going to blow your mind about kids who are focused on one thing and how they could have lost a lot of money. So we'll use those. Week 5, we're going to be talking about the 10 things you got to know about paying for college. It's a book that I took and deciphered. It's by Brandon Rogers. It's amazing. And so I've never been able to teach that in less than 3 hours. I used to do two months of just teaching, but I'm going to combine that into something, but it'll tell you about when you should take bonuses and when not to, what you should do about purchasing a house versus not purchasing a house, how those type things punish you.
Oh, wow.
So I want you to understand how much money your kid can make as a junior that won't hurt him before he starts applying for money. These are things that we're going to talk about as well.
Oh, wow.
Week 6, outworking your peers. We're going to talk about how, and organized testing, SAT, ACT, going to give you sites that will help prep you for that instead of paying thousands of dollars that so many people are doing. We're going to talk about selecting that college and the power of duplication. And so we're going to look at just so many different scenarios and things to look at there. Application process, that kills the parents, it kills the kids. We're going to look at that in week 7, where how take advantage, learn that application process, navigate through those minefields that you're going to deal with, and how to earn that money, and resume building. We're going to look at that as well. SA 101, we're going to talk about that because that's what's killing a lot of our kids. And then the last week, week 8, Lanyap. That's where we talk about the fact that there are 3 seasons of scholarship search, how to turn no's into yeses, understanding the beauty of charter boat multipliers, counselors, and how to take advantage and use them and get those recommendations that you really want, killing myths that people say white kids can't get scholarships or this or that and so forth, learning how to play the game. And then a copy, like I said, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? We're going to talk about that. And last, for those kids who keep saying, I want to take a gap year, I want to take some time off. I want to talk about that and how you do that versus how you just maybe not skip out on that, get those scholarships. You can bank some of that money. We'll talk about that. That's just a quick synopsis. It's way more than that. That's going to be in this course.
Yes.
But they will get my $5,000 stuff shoved into a $997 package that they can go at on their self-pace. And then once they go through it, I'm going to let them have access to that for another 6 months, but they can stay on my Facebook accountability or social media thing forever so they can keep getting information as their kids go through the process. And for those who decide they want to upgrade and go to that next program one day, we'll figure out some kind of thing for them as well so that maybe they can get a little discount because they're returning customers.
That is awesome. I'm like,
that was a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. But the good part about it is once you know it and you go through the process, it's almost like for rich people, millionaires. If they ever go broke, the fact that they went through it, they know how to do it again. And it's, you mentioned earlier, you give a person a fish, you feed them for a day. You teach them a fish, you can feed them for a lifetime. So just think, you teaching us how to do this, and we can go to school, our kids can go to school debt free. I mean, what more can you ask for?
You can't. And I will tell you, even in college, I have kids who now they'll do our program, go to college, but they need a tune-up. Like when you get married, you go to marriage, those retreats because you need a tune-up every once in a while. So I have some kids who will get there and they understand overpayments. They say, wait a minute though, Mr. Nippy, you taught us about overpayments. So they want to make more money so they can have it to do other stuff. So then they look at me truly like an investment, say, hey, we want you to continue coaching us again, and we'll pay a little bit less than they paid before in order to get me to stay with them, tune them up, and to keep them fired up and motivated. Parents love that because they're writing these checks, so the kid may have gotten 60, 80, 100,000 initially, but they want more too, and so we will continue if they want more, but they can do it without me because, like you say, we already taught them how to fish, but some just need that encourager.
Right. They just need a refresher. That is awesome. And one thing you said I want to just touch on real quickly, when you mentioned that student whose parent just dropped him off, and that parent was a doctor. And a lot of people think that their kids can't get scholarships because they make too much money. Everything is need based. And I know you've shared your story, but I just want to make it clear for parents, whether you need it or not, with this process, there's still the opportunity for your child to have to be able to go to school debt free. And the one thing that I feel is so important is, if you save that money, why not keep it for yourself or use it to do other things with, like buy that vacation home or live a little better in your retirement, where you can invest this little bit of time and help your kids go to school debt free. I mean,
merit-based is just that. Merit means merit. That means you earned it. Doesn't matter what your color is. I have kids, case in point, I know you're going to get ready to go here, but I have kids, one kid in California, her dad's in the medical field, and mom's medical stuff as well. They make a lot of money, but what they didn't think is they could get scholarship. The kid had a 2,200 out of 2,400 SAT, a 32 out of 36 ACT, a 4.7 on a 4.0 GPA scale, and had no money. And they didn't think because they said, we're white, we can't get money. I'm like, in what universe is that the rule? And as you saw me show you last night, that little myth is not true either. And so once people understand that, they say, well, wait a minute, we can get some of this money too. And so merit means just that, merit. So it doesn't matter how much money they make when they think we just make too much money.
Right.
That's just not true.
Hey, what they say, you got to play to win, right?
Yep. Hey, so for those of you who are wondering, April and this Money Mommy, she has been doing some great things out there for years. And this is why when she and I talked about working together, it just made so much sense, because what she does helps people from all income levels, and I love her for that and admire her for that. And when I created my program, I didn't create it for that, but meeting people like April and understanding that there are people at all income levels who need help, and some people will even make that investment, because you'll go buy the season tickets for Chicago Bulls or for the Bears, but you want to invest a little money in your kid, yet they got Jordans on and stuff like that.
Right.
So April's looking for people who are looking for her. I like to do that same thing. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. I don't try to get anybody in or trick anybody. If you're looking for what we do, then we're here, and ignorance will no longer be excused. I mean, when I say that, lacking knowledge.
Right.
You can't say you don't know anymore.
Right. You can't say it. I'm giving it to you. I'm bringing it to you. So with that, I have a couple of things I want to mention quickly before we go. The price of the 8 weeks. I want to mention quickly before we go. The price of the 8-week Schalorship Academy is $997.
Right.
April,
that's a lot of money, right? Ooh.
Right, that's a lot of money. However, for those of you who think that's a lot of money, try paying for college. But that's another. Okay, but for those of you who think that's a lot of money, but you really feel like the investment is worth it, and you know this is something you need to do, there's going to be a link below our video where you can register and pay through PayPal. And what PayPal allows you to do is apply for credit with 6 months interest free.
Hallelujah.
6 months interest free. You can pay for the program, go through the program, and start earning scholarships. I promise you, if you do the work, if you put it in, this is not a free for all where we're going to do everything. If you do the work, just like with anything, when you go to a job, you have to work. You know, they don't pay you just to sit there. Right. Put in the work. I promise you, the return on this investment will be tenfold. You wouldn't even be able to count the blessings you get from this investment. So that is one bonus. The other thing is coming through the program through Money Mom, as we teamed up with Schalorship Leadership Academy. You now become a member of both of our communities. And what Money Mom does is educate and inspire you to make smart money decisions. It is a smart money decision to help your child find scholarships for college and go to school and graduate debt free. That's just a no-brainer. That's a smart money decision. That is what I'm here to do, to provide you with resource tips and strategies on making smarter money decisions.
While you're taking a breath, one thing I want to say that she talked about, some of you listeners, some of the people in your community will have, they have that money. They don't want to take the time to actually do as much work as this course you were talking about. It's going to take work to do it. Some of them are going to say, I just don't have the time, April. I'm barely getting home to do dinner and do this and do that. And that's what that other program will do for you. If you have the money and you have that money to invest the $4,995, what you then get is a third parent. So just imagine me at the house with you, because it's going to be me, your mom and dad, if there's a mom and dad.
And Uncle Nippy.
And Uncle Nippy, yeah, there you go. But I treat them like my kids. So I look for about 20 kids a year to work for just for that. And I can give them that time and that effort. I have counselors who are also helping me, and I'll be on the phone and talking to them, and the counselors will be talking as well. So those are things that are available to you.
Right. And another bonus is everyone that registers through our link will receive a free signed copy of my new book. It hasn't even been printed. I don't even have the cover yet, but it should be released by the end of the month. It's called Mom's Master Plan, 7 Steps to Preparing Your Family for Unexpected Tragedy. We talk about just everything that you would need to have put in place for your family. And the final most awesome bonus that I have is this HP, can you see it? The Stream 7. It is a Windows tablet, 7-inch, that has the Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and I think it has, and Outlook. So your child can actually take this and create their spreadsheets, get their Google alerts. This can be their scholarship tablet. For everyone that registers, you will get an entry into the drawing for this. So if only one person registers, guess what? You got a tablet.
I'm waiting for you to say, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
So you get 10 people, the chances are, 1 in 10. So it is a brand new. The box is still sealed. It has not been opened. Brand new. So whoever wins this, it will just be shipped out directly to you. Again, that 8-week program is $9.97. The class starts when?
February 6th, the day my daughter gets married, actually. So February 6th, that's that morning. Huh?
You're going to do a seminar on the daughter's wedding day?
Yes, and this is the beauty. Yeah, yes, I am. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay.
From a Marriott hotel or Embassy Suite.
See, the commitment, the dedication to just wanting someone else's child to be successful. Can you believe that? Okay, too much. So, again, the links are below. If you want to know, if you're ready to go ahead and register, you can click the registration link. If you want to know more about the other programs, that Premier program for $5,000, you can click on the other link that will take you to all the other products. Whatever you do, just stay connected to us. When you go onto the site, you'll be able to sign up for Nippy's email address. I have your contact information. But
it's important. I want them all to go through your site, because I want to know who comes from April, because I love tracking who's sending people my way. And I get a lot of people making recommendations, but I love April, and I want to, if I see a lot of people coming through April's program, I'm going to start coming up there doing meetings so that I can get to meet a lot of you guys. So come through her site so I can know where you came from.
Oh, and I did mention that Nippy came to Chicago last year. However, I am no longer in Chicago. I am in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas now. Nippy is in San Antonio. So, look, I moved closer to him just to get this information for you all. But again, if you all want to have him live in person, we can make that happen. It's not that far away from us. For our family that's here in Texas that wants a little bit of one-on-one attention, has questions, just want to see, touch them, whatever you want to do. We can make these things happen. He travels all over talking about his program, so we can definitely make that happen. Any last words you want to share?
I think that was it. I think you did a great job. I'm looking forward to working with your audience and working with the people with Money Mom Inc. You impressed me. You always have impressed me. But your daughter is one of those kids who should get the $2 million. So she needs to stay focused. But not just your daughter. All of you, get your kids focused and make a commitment that you're going to do the work to make this stuff easy. I'm giving you the answers. It's almost like here's an open book test on how to get scholarships.
Exactly.
And so I'll need you to do that. And if for some reason you're saying, I just don't want that, then April can talk to you more about it, but there's more you can do. But take advantage of what you have in front of you, because there are a lot of kids not getting scholarships who should, and it's breaking my heart.
Yes,
That's it.
and for the naysayers who say, "Oh, this is people give this information for free," not a problem. I'm sorry. I need a little bit more help because it is an overwhelming process. So if you can get the information for free and you
Okay.
are successful, by all means, I have
Yeah.
no problems with that. I'm just not that girl. So
And I go and they use me to teach counselors and teachers how to help kids. So what you get is the master teacher who, you look on my site, you see me teaching counselors how to do this thing. But that if you can get it somewhere else, that's great.
right.
But too many people in their senior year are about to go and say, "Oh, I just thought I would get it," and they didn't because they didn't
Right.
have all these tips and techniques. So
And they say the same thing. Oh, this is free information, but they never go out and get it. So now we're going to learn. We're going to learn how to master this scholarship search. We're going to get the tips, the strategies to be able to do it and duplicate it.
you
So
got it.
for all those people who say, "Oh, I don't need this. I can get it for free," I'm with. Go ahead. I'm just
I
not
have
that girl.
that one PowerPoint I showed last night will make them understand that it's not as prevalent as they think.
Right, and it's not as easy either. You go out there and try it. It ain't that easy, but hey, if you can do it,
Go get it.
go get it. But this is what I'm doing. I'm offering you this resource to be able to do it for real.
Tell them like that. You're
Right.
looking for the ones
Ones that are looking for us.
That's us. Okay, there you go. That's what you're looking for. You're not trying to convince anybody. You want the people who need the help or who would like the. Look at it. I'll leave you with this. Look at it like scholarship insurance. Just in case you're not as good as you think you are. Just in case you're not as smart as you are. You do it for your life insurance. You do it for your car insurance. You do it for your house. Just
Just
in
in
case.
case. Right.
This scholarship insurance. Just in case.
Because you can never have too much scholarship money. You just
Oh, it's called overpayments. We have a lot of kids
Yeah.
get overpayments, so they get.
And it's a story with that overpayment. Y'all need to get into class to hear that because I learned a lot on that part. But we're going to head out. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email mom@moneymominc.com. Reach out to us, and I'll have all of the information after this video. You'll see it on the next screen after the video. So if you want to reach out to Nippy yourself just to say, "Oh, I got a question," or "I'm not too sure how this works," he's available to answer questions. Send him an email. I'll have all his.
And again, let me know if you do that. Say, hey, I was part of that Money Mom Inc. thing because I want to again congratulate April for what she's doing because I want to come to Dallas and you know what, even Chicago.
Right.
So wherever you're at, so I want to wherever you are. So if April has the following, I want to go talk to them.
All right. Thank you, Major Nippy Betz, for
You're
joining
welcome,
us, and we will be seeing you soon.
Take care. God bless.